I don't have any contract with a public defender's office.
You what?
I don't have any contract with the public defender's office.
You don't have a contract with them?
Correct. I'm defending myself. I told him that I would notify the court that I relieved him of any implied obligations to this case.
So you're going to represent yourself?
Correct.
Okay, then you need to be here now.
Well, as I told the court, I requested a Zoom hearing because I have COVID.
In a vehicle with a hat on, no mask. Have you been to the doctor regarding the COVID diagnosis?
It's against my religion.
I want you here. When's our last block? 3 o'clock today. Wear a mask.
I can't make that. Is there a later date?
Oh, yeah, you can. 3 o'clock.
3:30, I can make that.
I'll be here at 3 o'clock.
Well, I'll be there at 3:30, and if there's any issue, then
okay. And at 3 o'clock, I may issue a bench warrant. Be here at 3 o'clock. I'll pass this matter. Thank you.
There's no bench warrant to be issued because this court didn't have.
Okay, I'll determine that at 3 o'clock.
The court
See
didn't
you at
have.
3 o'clock.
This court does not have jurisdiction.
You're welcome, Mr. Feaster. Cut his line. Let's call the case. People State of Michigan versus Tariq Day. How do you wish to proceed on this matter, sir?
First, I want to like an oral motion for dismissal based on the fact of the lack of probable cause and also the lack of a personal and subject matter jurisdiction based on the fact that this is a trust matter from the name to the private conveyance that was stolen by the third party, Wall Street Towing, and impounded on the colorful law actions of Officer Trowbridge of the Washtenaw County Sheriff's Department. With the state of Michigan being a fictitious entity and there's no injured party, there's no crime that has been committed.
Finish.
No, actually, I was also moving to place you and the clerk as fiduciaries over the trust.
Well, you will be doing nothing to me and nothing to my clerk.
So I don't understand what you're saying.
I know you don't understand.
But you all will be served with the proper documents and the taxes. I never pleaded demure.
You stood mute. You stood demure. You don't even know what that means. You're just using words and have no concept as to what they mean. Don't play word games with me.
I'm not playing.
Mr. Allen, not play word games with me. You're playing with the wrong judge. You can smile and smirk all you want.
I'm not trying.
I'm giving you your warning.
I would like to first have a jurisdiction hearing.
What kind of jurisdiction here?
Personal and subject matter. I mean, I was on the call. I've heard you give multiple counsels extended times. So what is the bias?
I have no bias against you, sir. Is there anything else?
I said what I need to say.
Pardon?
Am I waiting for paperwork regarding the next?
No, you may leave. Court does call the case, People versus Tariq Day.
I am Tariq Smart Tariq Day, the executor of the Tariq Smart Tariq Day Living Trust and the registered owner of the Tariq Smart Tariq Day Ex Relatione Kingdomon Wilson Estate.
Charged with the offense of fleeing and eluding in the third degree. That is a felony punishable by up to 5 years incarceration and or a $1,000 fine plus court costs. Do you understand that, sir?
I comprehend.
Do you understand?
I comprehend, yes.
You will be required to abide by the Michigan court rules. You understand that?
I do not.
You do not. What is it about that you do not understand?
It's against my religion to adhere or to assimilate to any statutory.
Sir, I'm not asking anything about your religion.
Well, according to the American Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, as well as the international or the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, the state and the governments should.
Sir, you have no authority for what you're about to state because what you're about to state is incorrect. Do you understand that that's what's happening, sir?
I do not.
Because I'm going to tell you something, sir. If you are unable to establish or understand what I'm saying, I have to assume that there may be some reason why you don't understand. This court will take precautions to protect your rights, and I will be sending you for a competency evaluation to make sure that you are competent to stand trial and to stand in these proceedings.
Well, I would agree to a competency if the prosecution as well as the court and the officers agreed to take a competency.
That's not the way it works. You don't get to make the rules.
I'm not.
I'm ordering a competency.
I'm not making.
Defendant is ordered for a forensic evaluation. I will set a competency hearing in this matter for July 25th. Now, sir, I'm going to ask you this.
Yes, sir.
Because it's going to depend on where you may be staying for a period of time. Are you going to cooperate and attend that interview?
Under threat, duress, and coercion, yes.
Pardon?
Under threat, duress, and coercion, yes.
No, it's not how it works. I'm asking you, are you voluntarily going to cooperate?
I say yes. I will take the interview.
Excuse me?
I will take the interview.
This time then bond is continued. Young man, you're going to figure out something. We're playing by my rules, not yours. So you do not say anything because you're going to figure that out real soon. Court calls the case, People versus Tariq Day.
Warren Brown, Deputy Public Defender, appearing on behalf of Mr. Day. I believe Mr. Day is appearing by video. Mr. Day, could you state your name for the record?
Tariq Day.
Thank you, sir.
Today is the date and time set for the competency review.
Did you guys get a new report?
I believe I did contact Ms. Hughes. She sent me a copy of the updated report. I was able to review it, and we should have
I have an order.
Yes.
I don't see a copy of the report. I don't have a copy.
One from way back in September.
I do. That's the one. Okay.
That's the one.
So there's no other additional
We
evidence?
have no further evidence to present, Your Honor.
All right. And nothing else from the people?
Thank you. Sorry, nothing else.
All right. Based upon that report, the court would find at this time then that the defendant is competent to stand trial. Specifically, the court would indicate that the defendant can understand the nature and objects of the proceedings against him and can rationally assist in his defense. Therefore, the defendant is deemed competent.
And now we would respectfully request that the probable cause conference be set.
All right. 2 weeks out work for you?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll set a probable cause conference then for December 19th, 2024, 9 a.m. Bond continued.
Thank you.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
In regards to the competency hearing, it was not only to see if it stand trial, but it was more so to make sure that the court felt I was competent enough to defend myself, which is still my stance.
I think what he's saying is that he wants
The
you.
criminal responsibility. Is that what he's talking about?
No, there's not criminal responsibility. Request or assessment.
Okay.
But Mr. Day, if you contact our office, we'll let you know. We'll answer your question. And if you're asking to represent yourself, which I believe that's what you're asking to do.
Oh.
Mr. Day? Is that what you're asking the court
Yes,
to allow
correct.
you to do? So we can have some conversation.
Okay. Right. So you guys can talk about that, Mr. Day, if you're going to represent yourself, or if your decision is to do that after you talk with the public defender's office, you'll need to appear in person on the 19th. It will not be over Zoom.
Is there a reason for that?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, because I said so. And secondly, if you are going to appear, you are the defendant and you would then be counsel. So I want somebody before me.
Oh, somebody. Okay. Because you said so, it's kind of a discriminatory.
Mr. Day?
Well, because I said so, that's how this works.
Mr. Day,
I'm done. Bond continued. I'll see you guys on the 19th.
contact our office, Mr. Day, and we can have a discussion.
Adios.
Cut him, please, before I say so. Good. Court calls the case, People versus Tariq Day.
Your Honor, I'd ask the court to adjourn this matter briefly. Mr. Day and I did attempt to have contact with each other prior, but we only met this morning, and I need some time to show him the video on this matter.
I had a question.
Probable cause conference.
Am I allowed to speak?
What did you have? Go
The
ahead.
initial competency referral. I think
Yes.
it was back in July, if I'm not mistaken. I went to have the sit down with the doctor at Huron Valley. And this was all in regards to you wanting to know two things: was be competent to stand trial and also to defend myself. Those are two things called the competency hearing for. And that
Kind of.
so I haven't got the results of the competency hearing. If it's that I believe that the last hearing, you said that I was competent to stand trial, but
Yes.
I wasn't able to ask or to verify the second point without going to be able to
Which
defend myself.
second point?
Without going to be able to defend myself.
If you want to represent yourself, now that there's been a determination it's competent, then you can do that.
Awesome. That's it. Beautiful. That's all I need, sir. And then also
So what are we doing?
I'm asking for an adjournment because I didn't get all of the discovery and to set it out whenever.
I will adjourn this matter to January 9th, 2024, 9 a.m. Bond will continue.
And last question, who do I get the discovery from? Is that something that gets mailed to me?
You know what? So right now you have an attorney of record. Talk to your attorney of record. Don't be asking me. Thank you.
Hold on.
But here we go. Court calls the case, recalls the case, People versus Tariq Day.
Thank you.
Brian Bowling on behalf of Mr. Day. Can you state your name for the record, please?
Tariq Day.
Your Honor, thank you for.
What did Bellinger do?
It wasn't him. It was.
No, Bellinger gave him the wrong date. Didn't he?
Yeah.
I was wondering why Mr. Day wasn't here.
He sent a bad email, Your Honor, with the wrong date.
That's what I'm thinking. And it wasn't your fault.
No, I know.
I know, it was Bellinger's fault.
We'll just ask you to recall the warrant, Your Honor.
I'll recall the warrant.
Then we would ask that this matter be set for preliminary examination.
Okay. And all discovery is complete.
It is correct. It
I
is.
was wondering where Mr. Day was. I'm just like. Okay. Oh, you pulled me a new form. Got it. People have their witnesses available the 21st. 28th. Any objection?
No objection.
Preliminary examination will be set January 28th, 2025, 9 a.m. in person. Judge Barr. Bond will continue.
For the record, Your Honor, I wrote January 28th, 2025 at 9 a.m. on this piece of paper that I gave to Mr. Day.
Okay, all right, very good. All right, Ms. Day, take care.
Thank you.